Hey, Shalom Akim, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash, the bonus and salutations, shadows and apostles of great stone rule well. The Akim try the four corners of the earth to you. Say Shalom, 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 Shalom. This Bermanasha DC camp. Alright, so, yeah, the whole, Babylon, the land of confusion is going through this situation of voting and all that. So it just shows you that there's so much division and animosity and at this time, and it's all part of prophecy. All right, so you just see on the screen, you see the Edomites, and you're standing there with their signs, man, their so-called flags, of political affiliation. All right, so that just shows you that the Holy Scripture is true. When you read the book of Revelation, it tells you about the lamb with the two horns. It just shows you that America is that so-called lamb with the two horns that spoke great things. All right. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get some precepts. All right. So yeah, to get into the topic, because America is basically divided. And there's so much drama, but to the elite, it's just what you call Shakespeare, because they control both parties. All right, and that's how these elites, let's call them elite Edomites, all right, especially Amalek, because they already control the financial system. They're already in key positions. So they have to do certain things to fulfill their lot, because they want the birthright back at all costs. That's why they're going to use their media and their influence wherever they can to push about the implementation for the mark of the beast. All right, they're going to make it a mandate, just like they stay behind the scenes, pushing the mandate for mandatory testing and mandate for what you call it, vaccination and all that stuff, and to transfer, or let me say transition from having cash to getting what you call it, RFID microchip. It's always them behind it. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So that represents America. All right, that's America for you in the whole scriptures. Then it says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and he caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So America is basically a representation of the Roman Empire. All right, so you have the Democrats and Republicans that represent, both the plebeians and the patricians. Okay, according to the Roman style of governing, Roman style, what you call a representation. Okay. So it's all part of the agenda of the Lord Yahweh Kakadash is already set in play, and America is just fulfilling that role. Okay, and that's exactly what America is doing, projecting that image of Rome upon the minds of the people, and the people are swallowing that ideology hook, line, and sinker. It's already engraved into the minds of these people. So I should see if I play this video. Let's see what happens. A lot of
vision going on. Less than 2 months till Election Day.
We're big Trump supporters over here.
It's easy to spot the divide.
We think that we need an empathetic leader right now.
The divide is especially clear.
We're expecting a Trump win.
Here in Lower Greenville.
I think that this side of the House is more united, just that we don't want Donald Trump.
This home housing 12 seniors from SMU is now an attraction for people on both sides of the political aisle.
Thank you.
We put one Trump flag up on the porch of our house here. And then coming home from school, I think maybe the next week, we had seen 3 Biden flags erect on the other side. We started hammering the Trump flags up, and they kept responding, and now we're in a full-out flag war, I guess you could call it.
But you know what makes this war different?
I think the whole house agrees this is fun.
It's friendly.
To tell you the truth, we're huge in support of just political coexistence and peaceful political coexistence,
So as we move closer to Election Day...
And very soon it's not going to be very peaceful anymore, man. Because when you read Isaiah chapter 19, it tells you that they're going to be against themselves. All right. So I'm going to read from the book of Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's what's coming to America. The tension is going to keep getting higher and harder, hotter and hotter. Yeah, because that vibration of oppression, it's woven into America's fabric, and that's one thing the elites always are concerned about, man. They want to hold on to power at any cost, and that's the reason why they have their media outlets to push all types of propaganda to conquer the minds of the people. And when the people begin to wake up, they push harder, they push harder, they push harder to distract the people. And when they can't succeed in doing that, they try to label them as conspiracy terrorists and domestic terrorists and all that stuff. And then they send their so-called alphabet agency operatives to try to infiltrate and, distract them from getting on course. So that's exactly what America has become. So as a nation that's divided. And I'm going to read from the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 14. Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 14. Ecclesiastes chapter 1. I'm going to read verse 14. Alright, it says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. And that's Esau's rulership. It's a crooked form of rulership. Alright, and it's not fit. It's not fit for the earth, and that's the reason why the Lord Yahweh Shemashai has to get rid of it. Alright, and this deception that folks keep thinking democracy is going to work, it doesn't work, because it's against the Lord Yahweh Shemashai. It's against the Lord's statutes and commandments, and that's the reason why the Lord Yahweh Shemashai has to bring about the downfall of America, the downfall of so-called Caucasians. So righteousness could be upon the face of the earth. So that could be salvation for our people, and to bring things back the way it needs to be, to bring the earth back into normal, operations. Because Esau has messed everything up so bad, that he's upset that the Lord is coming back to bring about peace on the earth. All right. So another precept is going to be from the book of Amos. Amos chapter 3. I'm going to read verse 3. It says, can two walk together except they be agreed? It's that simple. And you see these Edomites, man, they are not on the same page. All right. And that's what the Lord Yahweh Shai is letting us know. All right, the men that go out there, the hoppers and byways, that America is not that place you want to, put your hopes in. All right. And that's one thing the men of the Lord understand. All right. So I'm going to read from the book of All right, I'm going to read from the book of Proverbs, chapter 6. All right, Proverbs, chapter 6. Proverbs, chapter 6. I'm going to start from verse 12. And it reads, A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth. He winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, he teacheth with his fingers. All right, so he doesn't, he doesn't, how you say it, his actions do not match what he say. All right, always in opposition. He tells you one thing and then he does something else. So that way he's able to get over you. Okay, that's what you call a wicked man. All right. Then verse 14 says, frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. And that's why there's so much division on the face of the earth, because of the man, the man of, wicked mischief. Okay. And that's the reason why the earth is out of course, because Esau can't learn to live in peace. All right. And then verse 15 says, Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. All right. So there is no salvation for these Edomites, man. Even when they get destroyed and they think they're going to be able to rebuild, nope, they're not going to be able to rebuild, because the Lord is going to, get the elites of this world, man. And they're going to be rounded up and shackled and be put to work to clean the earth. All right, pick up the dead bodies from World War III. They become laborers. All right, in other words, slaves. All right, that's how the Lord is going to reward his enemies that have sown discord upon the face of the earth, particularly these Edomites. All right, that's why there's so much, so much evil on the face of the earth, because Esau's ruling. All right. And then another precept is going to be from the book of Matthew. This is what the Lord Yahushua said. Matthew chapter 12. I'm going to read from verse 25 to 26. And it reads, And Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? All right, so how long is America going to stand when you have the people against each other? Okay, so they're going to go against the government very soon, man, whether they like it or not. The government's going to come against the people, because the elites want to hold on to power, and they have to, use some people as cannon fodder. And these Edomites don't want to be cannon fodder for the greater good, of the so-called elites that want to rule the world. So they want a peace of the power, but they don't want to play along with this, oppression. They want to have their families intact. They want to be able to, wake up in the morning and go to the farm and pick some corn and, smoke that tobacco and go hunting and all that. Yeah, so it's not going to be possible for them any longer.
Maybe we can learn something from a dozen college students.
Most people will agree on the majority of things. It's just how we get there and how we decide.
The people here have made up their minds.
My favorite thing about Donald Trump is how much he loves America.
About their vote.
We've had 4 years of a lot of polarization.
And their plans for the future of this flag war.
100% going to be more Trump merch hanging on the wall.
Stay.
Yeah, so that's America for you, man. Division. Just like that video game. That's one of my favorite video games, man. It lets you know about the turmoil that's coming to this place, because the elites they're not happy, with the procession of things. So they're in a rush, all right, to lock the whole place down, get the people chipped, and ultimately start World War III to reduce the population of the world. all right, because they want that birthright back from the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans, who are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, all right? So, with that being said, just pray the Lord Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shema Kakadash. Get us out of Babylon, man, because nobody wants to live in a divided kingdom, right? Shalom.